So hello everyone. So very pleasure to be here at Park Expo once again. After a while there was no Park Expo. So my name is Martin Braun. I'm heading the sales of digitalization for Northern America out of Germany from Krones AG. So I'm coming from a headquarters. So really pleasure to be here. What I want to demonstrate here today is our latest innovation on digitalization. So next to the well-known and performing machines of Krones, we have dedicated tools for our customers that they have two possibilities. One is to get real-time information about how the line is performing and why the line maybe is not performing as expected, so we provide full transparency. And the second one is we are providing dedicated tools to the operators, people working in a shop floor, so that we provide them information when something has to be done in the shop floor. So let's start with the first one, with the transparency. So we have built dedicated analytics tools where the operators, the managers, the maintenance people, or even Krones has access to the main important KPIs, like what we are using in a beverage, like an OE, like a line efficiency, like mean time to repair, but even more. It's a system developed by Krones. We even can calculate automatically what are the time stealers of a line. So assuming we have a very complex line, a glass line, then you have a bottleneck like a filler, and you want to know, okay, which machine stopped the leading machine. So for example, it was the packer because of missing materials. So with 2 mouse clicks, you come to this information and you immediately get information how to fix the issue and how to get the efficiency high again. So that's just one example. Then another example to do even more. Everybody is talking about sustainability, but you have to start with somehow. So what we are doing here, we are getting full transparency about the measurements which are connected, like electrical energy, like CO2 consumption, like water consumption, whatever you are connecting from the utilities, and we are building reports like an OEE with a triple E to see, okay, which energy you have consumed for a certain stage of a machine or of the processing area. And you even can also build your own report, so fully flexible. So if you want to add additional meters or whatever, or utilities you want to connect, you can build your report like you want to do it. Another one, and this shows how that Krones not only can focus on the filling lines, we are concentrating on the whole supply chain, starting with the raw materials, with the processing, like a brew house or a syrup room, filling, packaging to the full good. We can connect all the systems together and to provide a traceability report. So looking that you have an issue with a bottle in outside in the fields, you just read the best before code, let's say, and then you type it into the system, and then you can trace back from a finished pallet when it leaves the warehouse until the raw material. Like the concentrates, the sugar batch or whatever. So all that is given in these reports. So that is more the reporting. As I mentioned in the beginning, we have also, we call it shop floor guidance, so dedicated systems for the operators so that they get in real time information when something needs to be done. And this, just to see an example here, you have here a so-called task that preforms needs to be refilled or labels needs to be refilled. And then there are certain possibilities how we address it to the operators. Either we have a screen, an HMI on a machine, or as our customers wants to have less and less operators to save operational costs, we have systems developed that we inform the operators where he is right now. So because the operator is not always in front of his machine, maybe he's outside having a cigarette or whatever, a break, or is taking care about another problem. So then we can inform the operator on a watch directly what has to be done, or even on an app. And with the app, we tell them, okay, he has to refill preforms, but we also can provide him with dedicated SOPs, standard operating procedures, how to refill the preforms. So just as an example. What we are also covering here is so-called condition-based monitoring. So that's more relevant for the maintenance to keep the availability high, is that we have dedicated sensors in the line, in the machines, measuring, for example, the leakage of whatever, in which area. And once the leakage reach a certain minimum level, we also automatically generate messages, and the customer decides if this should be distributed to the operator or to a maintenance guy or even to Krones. And that is something new, that not only we have the solutions for the operators, for the customers, for the end customers who are using these tools, we are also using in Krones, so that we can grant service to the customer. So by regular checks of the reports of what's going on in the line, we are giving regular calls and visits to the customer, utilizing all this information to provide dedicated recommendations how to get the OE on a high level. So that was a very brief overview of the digitalization, what we are showing on the PAC Expo. Looking forward to have a lot of visitors here, and thanks a lot.